Loeb just ranked all the anomalies. The top one has 4 in 100,000 odds. And when you multiply them all together, you get numbers that make natural explanations basically impossible. 13 anomalies, ranked by probability, from unlikely to functionally impossible. And I'm going to count down from 13 to 1, so you understand why this can't be a comet. The top 3? Course correction to Jupiter's exact deployment zone, arrival timing that hides it from Earth while visiting multiple planets, and mass so large it shouldn't exist as a random interstellar rock. Stay with me, because this builds into something undeniable. Anomaly 13. The gas plume contains only 4% water. Normal comets are 80 to 90% water ice. This is basically dry. Probability under 10%. Could be explained by unusual formation conditions or ice accumulated on a metal surface during interstellar travel. Anomaly 12. It brightened faster than any known comet near perihelion and turned bluer than the sun. Cold objects don't glow blue. Hot engines do. Probability under 10%. Anomaly 11. The jets require an unreasonably large surface area to sublimate enough ice naturally, unless they're thrusters. Probability under 10%. Anomaly 10. The jets stay perfectly collimated across 1,000,000 kilometers despite rotation every 16 hours. They should spiral. They don't. Like they're fired from fixed nozzles. Probability under 10%. Anomaly 9. Non-gravitational acceleration without the massive outgassing required to cause it naturally. Images show the object stayed intact instead of fragmenting. The acceleration might be an engine. Probability under 10%. Those are the minor anomalies, individually explainable with effort, but they're piling up. Now we get into medium territory. Anomaly 8. Extreme negative polarization, never seen in any other comet, including Borisov. Light reflects off its surface in ways that don't match natural ice and rock. Probability under 1%. Anomaly 7. It arrived from within 9 degrees of the 1977 WOW signal direction. That's 0.6% odds. Could be coincidence. Could be the signal announced its arrival. Now the major anomalies, the ones with no simple natural explanation. Anomaly 6. Retrograde trajectory aligned within 5 degrees of our ecliptic plane. Random interstellar objects come from random angles. This one's on the perfect path for a planetary tour. Probability 0.2%. Anomaly 5. Industrial nickel ratios. The gas plume contains more nickel than iron, like manufactured alloys. The nickel to cyanide ratio is orders of magnitude higher than any known comet. This is a chemical signature you see in refineries, not nature. Probability under 0.1%. Anomaly 4. The anti-tail and forward glow. For months, Atlas has been ejecting material toward the sun against radiation pressure. The high-rise image confirmed a glowing extension ahead of the object along its direction of motion. Natural comets don't do this, but if you're traveling at 60 kilometers per second through space full of micrometeorites, a particle beam clearing your path makes sense. Probability under 0.1%. Anomaly 3. Size and speed combination. Atlas is 1,000,000 times more massive than Oumuamua, 1,000 times more massive than Borisov, and moving faster than both. There isn't enough rocky material in interstellar space to deliver something this massive randomly. It had to be targeted. Probability under 0.1%. Anomaly 2. Perfect arrival timing. It came within tens of millions of kilometers of Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, and it timed its perihelion passage to be completely hidden from Earth behind the Sun during the most critical moment. You can't observe what you can't see. Probability 0.005%, 1 in 20,000. Anomaly 1. The Jupiter-Hill radius match. On March 16, 2026, Atlas will pass Jupiter at 53.445 million kilometers. Jupiter's Hill radius, the zone where you deploy satellites for stable orbits, is 53.502 million kilometers. The match is within measurement error. That precision was enabled by the non-gravitational acceleration at perihelion. The course correction was exactly what was needed to hit Jupiter's deployment zone. Without that thrust, Atlas would have missed it. Probability 0.004%, 4 in 100,000. Now here's what makes this devastating. These aren't isolated coincidences. The probability of all these anomalies occurring together in one object is the product of their individual probabilities. When you multiply all the probabilities and factor in the rest, you get combined odds in the billions to 1 against this being natural. NASA held a press conference and called it definitely a comet. With these numbers, 1 in billions odds against natural occurrence, and they said comet. But here's the thing, we don't have to argue about probabilities much longer. There's a definitive test coming, spectroscopic measurement of the jets. Scientists can measure the speed and composition of the material being ejected. Natural sublimation of ice produces gas at a few hundred meters per second. Chemical rockets produce exhaust at 3 to 5 kilometers per second. Ion thrusters hit 10 to 50 kilometers per second. The speed will tell us everything. Hundreds of meters per second means natural outgassing, no matter how improbable the rest looks. Kilometers per second means thrusters, artificial propulsion, technology. That measurement is coming in the next few weeks as Atlas approaches Earth on December 19th. Webb telescope, ground-based spectroscopy, precise velocity measurements of those jets. 13 anomalies, 5 of them with probabilities under 1 in 1,000, 2 under 1 in 10,000. Combined odds that make natural explanations functionally impossible. And one test that will prove it either way. The data is coming. The measurements will be made. And then we'll know if we're looking at the universe's most statistically improbable natural comet, or if we're watching a spacecraft execute a mission to Jupiter with precision that took billions of years of travel to complete. Stay curious. The answer is weeks away.